thanks, Matthew, for sharing the free stuff on YouTube and your blog, as I know you are doing all the stuff in SEO with affiliate marketing, agency, courses, and stuff like that. And yeah, the community really appreciates what you do. So again, it's great to have you, and I definitely share your approach with helping people.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me on. I really enjoy getting into all in the nitty gritty as well. And we got 5 really great sites to get into today and some really good stuff to share. So make sure you're paying attention.
Quick question to the audience before we start. So what do you think? When was the first e-commerce transaction? Share your thoughts in the comments. And Matthew, what's your guess?
I don't know when, but I bet it had something to do with masturbation.
No. But that was also kind of illegal niche, shady niche. So it was like in...
I don't know when, but I'm pretty sure it was the adult or casino industries that really drove e-commerce and digital innovation at that time. I'm pretty sure, but I might be proven wrong. Let's see.
Actually, that was a sale of pot from Stanford University students to MIT University students on the closed network without the internet. So that was in early 70s. Can you imagine? So that was pretty long time ago. So guys, once I have your attention now, then let's start roasting the pages.
Yeah, let's do it.
So
yeah, on my screen. Can you all see my
screen is live. Where do we start?
So our first victim today is promotional products. The site is webrand4u.co.uk. And straight away here, I'm looking at content score and domain score. So with the content score here, we can see there's room for opportunity, and we can see pages with lesser content scores ranking. But we can also see this with a similar kind of domain score ranking as well in the top 10 results. So they're good things that we want to see, right? Positive things. There's room for improvement. In general, though, let's take a look at the site. In general, the site, in my opinion, lacks personality. So when you're buying high quality merchandise to represent your brand, that's something very personal. It's something you want to connect with. And it just doesn't do it. It doesn't do it above the fold. It doesn't do it throughout the... I assume I'm literally connected on a mobile phone, hanging out the window on my roof right now because my local internet didn't work. So if things are loading slowly, I'm sorry. But there's no personality here in a product that's all about being personal, right? I'd like to see some faces of the team, some of the swag, some of the We Branded For You swag, something like that, right? We've also got no primary call to action here above the fold, and we're missing a lot of internal link opportunities here. Like these aren't linked when you could be using those as targeted anchor text into your inner pages. Made a boo-boo. Let me go back. This big white space really is wasted real estate. You know, there's a lot of room in the design. You've got there's inconsistencies here. You've got a link here, but not here or here. Overall, lack of visuals, no images. There's nothing. This should be like in your face, like happy-go-lucky with happy smiling people, examples of the merchandise, really personal, and it's just bland, right? Looking at competitors, who did I take notes for? Just one. Look at this in contrast. Very visually appealing. It's explosive. It stands out. It's bright, vivid, attention grabbing. It draws you in. Right away, they're establishing credibility with awards, and you know, they're also losing out on some internal linking opportunities here, in my opinion, just from being lazy coders. But there's a huge difference here, right? They understand their target audience. They're communicating the types of benefits they want to see right up here above the fold. You don't have to scroll anywhere to learn anything. You know what's up straight away. You don't have to do anything.
I'm wondering if Matthew, you just got cut off
Hello?
for like 10 seconds, so please repeat the last
Okay.
sentence and it will be all right.
Okay, so they do a great job from the get-go without scrolling down. You know what the main benefits are. You know that they're legit, it's bright, it's vivid, and attractive. When you come down, establishing credibility with top brands, review. Look, we know they make all right usage of internal linking. There's some opportunities that they could build on here, but it's all right. Again, here, reasons to buy, and in my opinion, an excellent, one of the best uses of a footer I've seen for quite a while. So this is the competing site, and it's in stark contrast. Oh, I already had it. You know, to the target site that we're trying to rank. Worlds apart, opposite ends of the spectrum. It's also worth noting if we go into one of their product category pages, look at this. This is just beautiful. How it's colored here, all of the sidebar, filter by category, the icons, the use of text. Down here, excellent use of internal linking and everything else below. Okay. Sorry for the problems. I'll continue. I'll get straight into it. Look, there is a huge difference between the target site and the site that we are focused on today. They are worlds apart in terms of design, stickability, how they communicate benefits, everything like that. Their product pages, their product category pages are excellent. All of the iconography here, all of the filters, how everything's put together, it's just beautiful, right? Their internal linking below here. You were asking me just as we got cut off, is it too much of internal linking, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course you can go overboard and you can go spammy, but if it's relevant to what you say and you can insert an internal link, insert it. Even better if you can make it exact match anchor text for the target keyword you're trying to rank for, right? But use your head, insert it naturally. If you're just going to jam a big list of hyperlinked internal links in there, it's not going to work out, right? So you got to use that balance and you're noggin a little bit as well, right? So the overall, the compounding effect of this site, of their design, their stickability, everything like this, makes them a pretty tough competitor, right? So you got a lot of work to do with design, purely on an observation point of view. Looking into your surfer analysis, though, in my opinion, probably ran the true density analysis. Is WeBrand for you on the chat?
Yeah. We have Paul on the chat, and definitely he did it. As I haven't seen such a well optimized true density for a while.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with backlinks. Right now, there's some missing backlinks that 9 of your competitors have links from Trustpilot. You don't have links from Trustpilot. That suggests to us that you need to go get some links from Trustpilot. Set up your account, start getting reviews over there, getting ratings, because that's what your competitors are doing. And it's a pretty solid trust signal to be displaying on an e-commerce site anyway. Moving down, there's another number of other links that companies in the UK, I imagine UK Business Forum, smallbusiness.co.uk, Hot Frog, Reddit, all 192, all relatively easy links to go out and get.
They are like free.
In just a couple of hours.
They are free to acquire.
Yeah. It's just time. Yeah, it's just a bit of time and elbow grease, right? So, I would start there. I'd start with in this particular example, I'd start acquiring those missing links. Then down, further down, yeah, we got an issue with site speed here, and of course I closed everything.
Yeah, it's not that slow, but I bet you are some issues with database that is sucking all the products from the database, which may slow the TTFB significantly. That's what I see on quite a lot of e-commerce store around the web. So it will be a good idea if all of those requests are necessarily done. That's my guess, but it's just a guesswork.
Yeah, when I was looking yesterday, the site was posting like mobile page speed scores of 9, and it should be 60.
Yeah.
Entry level, you know. Yeah, 12 today. So lots of issues here, lots of render blocking resources, very heavy JavaScript. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be using all of this JavaScript on that page itself, so you need to get control of that beyond anything else, because one of the major important things for e-commerce is, you know, site speed is a confirmed Google ranking factor. They don't confirm any ranking factors much. We know that when we audit sites and we fix site speed, they see increases the majority of the time. But it's also important for e-commerce because site speed is a ranking factor for your customers as well. So, you know, when they're deciding between this really quick, nicely put together branded site or your much slower, impersonal, not as well put together site, it's easy. It's obvious who's going to get the money. Irrelevant. Like if they rank 2 and you rank 1, probably they're still going to get the sale. You know, so you really got to turn those cogs in your direction more. And in Surfer itself, it's looking like your issues are site speed, backlinks, and then just run an updated true density audit. So that's what I found in my roast.
Don't you think that this site has more like branding issues than optimization of the content? Like the content is probably solid, but it's just placed in not the best way.
Yeah, I mean, this is hard to read. Like, look at that. The background's kind of offensive. You know, there's a stark difference. One of these people have hired a professional designer and developer, and one hasn't.
Yeah, Paul, I hope you will find it helpful, and definitely we can go through it together, like in upcoming days, and maybe we can figure out something for you. And I think we can wrap up on this one and move to the next example. What do you think, Matthew?
Yeah. Any questions?
Well, James pointed out that there is inconsistent capitalization, some small stuff, some big letters and stuff like that, and that's something that ruins the trust for him. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's minor, but
yeah, but it can affect some of the customers and probably make the decision to leave.
Yes. Yeah, but in my opinion, those guys can go away, and you don't want them as your customers anyway. There'll be a customer support nightmare.
Oh yes.
All your marketing will be answering support tickets.
So who do we have now?
We have next victim, custom logo rugs, redcarpetentrances.com.
Okay. They're ranking pretty well, 3rd page of Google, so a good point to attack.
Are they on?
Like position 23, 3rd page.
No. Are they on the stream?
You have them on the top, like these custom URL.
No. Are the guys watching?
I don't know. Is the owner? Is the owner around? We will see. Due to the delay, like 1 minute. Yeah, we have the owner. Hello. Hey, Ed.
Hey, I hope you're sitting down. Okay, so let's start with the Surfer results. low domain score, but sites with low domain scores also ranking, right? So a good sign. Room for on the optimization score, but it's not terrible. All right. Looking at the results, we can see that it's mostly internal pages that are ranking, just a couple of home pages, so that's good. That's kind of things that we want to see. And I've got my notes mixed up, so let me just open this. Let's start by having a little look at our victim, red carpet entrances. In my opinion, and if anyone in the chat wants to agree or disagree, this does not feel like a red carpet entrance as I arrive on this website. In the last roast that we did, most of the issues were from weak design. And as you can see, we're 2 sites in and we are on a 100% hit rate for that as well here. So this was, first of all, this huge black banner at the top. What does it stand for? It doesn't, I mean, it takes up a lot of space, but it doesn't really say anything useful or stuff that I need to know right now.
Yeah.
Right. And it could probably all be compressed into a single line if it needed to be.
For me, it's like a cookie policy banner that is pretty often there, so you ignore it automatically.
Yeah, it's a huge waste of screen real estate here, you know, and everything above the fold is priceless, you know, so go away. You know, custom logo rugs. If I'm getting a rug with a custom logo on it, that's something that's very visual. It's something that when I put it on my floor, I'm going to feel a sense of pride. I'm going to look at it and be like, yeah, my rug, my logo, you know, like it's such a visual, personal thing. And just like the last site, we're really lacking the visual here. There's nothing above the fold that connects with the emotion driving the purchase. Absolutely nothing. It's dry. Like, and I'm British and I'm saying it's dry, you know, like, so
it's probably semantically correct, but nothing for the buyer.
So as we move down, yeah, we start to pop some images, but this text is hard to read. It's, first of all, it's small. I'm like, and then it's not broken up. It's walls of text, right? Interestingly, you're trying to rank for the term custom logo rugs, but then you're using the anchor text custom logo rugs to go to a page that is logo rug. Well, is this page about custom logo rugs? Or is this page about custom logo rugs? I don't know. But what we do know is that Google puts a lot of weight into internal anchor text to figure out the meaning and also how important a page is by the number of internal links pointing to it. So right here, you're throwing Google a curveball. That header needs to change to not that.
Man, just a single.
Get a quote for your custom rug. Like take custom logo rugs out of here and out of here.
This simple tweak may stand for the biggest impact you will benefit in rankings with removing that confusion from the Google bot. That's just huge.
I nuked a site search traffic just by messing up internal linking like this. It was on a bigger scale, but it nuked the entire site's traffic.
Yeah.
And when we fixed it, it came back. It's a serious issue. Moving down, more walls of text, more images that, in my opinion, don't really get me excited for the product. They're very, I don't know. They just don't get me going, you know. And the same all the way down, right? There's nothing that allows me to come to you as a better prepared client. There's nothing that answers my most basic questions about the product. This, please have your artwork or custom design ready file ready. Like, you're already putting me off the sale. You're creating barriers to the sale that don't need to exist. Get the artwork after, right? First get the sale and then do all of that, right? Don't put those barriers before the sale. So that was my overall view of this. And anyone struggling with internal linking, you can actually hit my quick win SEO process, and within that is a module about getting the internal linking right across your site and the strategy behind that. So if you're stuck with that, hit that. Otherwise, yeah, the site it's just undersold. Overall, the product's undersold, the site's undersold, the brand's undersold. I'm not hungry to buy. I'm not excited by this. Moving into competitors, American floor mats. Let's have a look what we get here. This is visually straight away much more attractive page. Right here, some clear benefits, why to buy, easy points of contact. How they're explaining the different mats is way better, because look, if I want to learn about a mat here, I got to read all of this. Ugh. No one's read all of that. I doubt even the guy that wrote it read all of that when he edited it. Like, it's just a wall of text. This, 2 sentences, bullet points, bam, 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 bam. 2 sentences, bullet points, bam, 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 bam. It's very easy and quick to absorb the information of the product as you're scrolling down here. There's a huge difference in the readability and the ability to absorb information and make buying decisions.
Like you have five categories in your face you can browse through, and on the previous sites that we roast, there are only like 1 or 2 categories and a huge amount of text, which is really you don't know where's your product, right? And here you see the benchmark, and okay, that's my I like something like Pizza Hut. That's my product. It's way simpler to find.
And the imagery is much better in my opinion. Still not excellent, but better. So, you know, the communication of free shipping's there. They haven't got the problem of cannibalization of internal linking. They got it's not online right now, but they got live chat there to help you through the sale. So if their pages aren't communicating right, people can just, you know, get in touch with someone that can help them. You know, I think e-commerce stores in general forget that when we're buying digitally, there's no tangible product. We can't touch it. We can't feel it. We can't do that. We can't feel how heavy it is. We can't feel how the carpet is. Even if you put the measurements, it's very difficult to visualize the size, right? So all of these are challenges that they've got to overcome, any e-commerce site. And I don't feel like our target site's really aligned to that kind of mentality of how people buy online. What was interesting on this site, though, was they've paid real attention to site speed. It is rapid, and it's very, very rare that I see a site that's posting scores like this, especially an e-commerce site. Yeah, 94 on the mobile, 100 on the desktop. Now, these scores themselves aren't necessarily ranking signals in Google, but they give you indications to performance in the real world. Ultimately, the only way to test real world performance is with a mobile phone, preferably on a 3G connection or something like that. But in general, you see high scores like this, they're a force to be reckoned with. So that's your competition. Better design, easier to digest content, they communicate the benefits clearer, and it's rapid fast. So that's your benchmark. That's your barrier to entry. Okay. Let's have a look at another one. Number 2
But
rank.
don't you think it sucks anyway? Like with the design, okay, maybe it's kind of from the usability perspective is all right, but it hurts my eyes. Oh, this one is.
Yeah, it's not excellent, but it's 10 times better than this.
It just doesn't feel like a competitive niche, huh? Like those stores are like.
I imagine it's super. I had a client that did custom cut carpet, and insane how competitive that was. Insane. So I imagine that this is pretty insane too. But yeah, no, it's not excellent. You're right. This page is not excellent. It is beatable.
Yep.
But it's a different world to this. It's a level above this. Okay. But this isn't the top level. Moving on, floor mat shop. This, in my opinion, is not as good as this, and arguably it's not as good as our target site either, but it is clearer, it is visual, the imagery's there, it does allow you to get what you want straight away. They are displaying prices up front, which others aren't. They are displaying reviews and things like this, and they've got some really terrible information just padded in there at the bottom. Not bad, but again, not great, you know. Interesting that Better Business Bureau was shown here. We'll probably see that in Trustpilot as well. I guess we'll see that from the backlinks as well. But, you know, these are your competition. They're
You know
beatable.
what? I'm curious about the intent, because here we see the floor mats, and the other competitor is also floor mats, and they are like floor mats to the door or to the kitchen, whatever. And here we have those like red carpets, which is kind of different buying intent, don't you think? Well, the product is
No, because this is the brand, right? Red Carpet Entrance is a brand.
but
They're
look
targeting
at the
custom
products.
logo.
Look at the products. You see, we have this long carpet that will lead you to the restaurant or to the hotel, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And when you scroll down, it starts with logo mats at the bottom of the page. So I feel like the buyer's intent might be slightly different for both sites. Maybe our page owner is trying to rank for the wrong keyword. Maybe I don't know.
Well, they sell custom logo rugs and carpet runners, but maybe the presentation of the products and the order that they're presented in is wrong. I don't know. I imagine that this list is aligned from margin high to low, or customer interest high to low, or something like that. But yeah, these are all different types of mats. But here it's, you know, different types of rugs and mats, red carpet.
We just got a comment from the owner. We just
details.
got a comment from the owner that they are crushing red carpets already and trying to rank better for the custom logo rugs. And yeah, that may be okay. So watch out to not screw the red carpets then.
Yeah, and I imagine people are searching for red carpet when they want to buy red carpet. Like, red carpet's a very specific type of product. Like, when you want a red carpet, you know you want a red carpet, right? Like, it's not like you're going to search, oh, I want a rug, and then find a red carpet, and then you want the red carpet. Usually it's got that glamour, it's got that allure about it. Usually if you want a red carpet, you know you want a red carpet, right? So I don't know, your competitors are listing different types of mats and rugs. And then this is custom carpet printing. This is neither a mat or a rug. Custom carpet decal, nor is it a mat or a rug. And then we're going into custom logo rugs as a bottom. So yeah, I think Michael's right. You've got an issue with matching the intent of the search to what you're delivering here. I think you need to reorder these products and take a look at these sites to see roughly what order they should be going in, because Google's telling us that they like these results, so we can mimic those. And obviously you want to do your order with margin and revenue and sales in mind, but above all of that, the intent. So I assume you've got another page ranking for red carpets that does very well on sales. You can suggest red carpets here, but it shouldn't be the number 2 thing.
I think that's kind of sums it up. And we have a question from Mattia that's kind of interesting, and he's asking you, what are the biggest internal linking opportunities that most people ignore?
All of them.
List the top 3.
So the first one is the internal links that you've already built naturally are under optimized usually in terms of anchor text. We aim for as close to 100% exact
yes.
match on the internal anchors as possible. So step 1, go and review your current internal anchor text. You can do that in Screaming Frog. You run the crawl, select the page. At the bottom it says in links, and it will give you a list of all the internal links and the anchor text that they use. So then you can go and adjust all of those. The second one is then to look for new internal link opportunities. Where can I place new internal links that don't currently exist? So if you do sitedomain.com in Google and a really broad keyword, so in this example, I would do sitefloormatshop.com, mats or rug. And then Google will tell me what they believe are the most relevant results for that term, and then I'm going to insert internal links into each of those.
Take notes, guys. Take notes. This one is super powerful.
Those are the two. Yeah, it's really, really important. The other thing that is super mega wow important, and let me pull it up quickly because Google used to offer very, very specific advice about internal linking, which they have since deleted. So it used to say, this is what it looks like now, by the way. Oh no, that's the archive. Whoa, fucking, he puts pop-ups on sites. They're annoying, aren't they? I haven't got a link to the current, but it used to say the number of internal links pointing to a page is a signal to search engines about the relative importance of that page. So that's saying that if a page has 100 internal links and another page has 50 internal links, Google thinks a page of 100 internal links is more important, simply because it has 100 internal links. There's more internal links pointing to the page, therefore it's more important. So that's very, very, very important to consider. They also said the context we pick up from internal linking is really important to us with that kind of anchor text and the text around the links. That's really important to us. So don't sleep on internal linking, right? It's super mega wow important. And most people are sleeping on it. So it's easy to get a competitive advantage because your competitors are ignoring it. Costs nothing to do.
Yeah, they are free. Right? And I have a tip for you
yeah.
guys as well. And once upon a time, when I was working for the clients, I figured out that I can link internally from the page to the page itself using an exact matching keyword. And guess what happened? I just got raised in rankings just by linking from myself to the same page. So link to yourself on your own, and that will just from time to time move the needle for you. If you are stuck, try it out. Link to yourself with an exact.
Yeah, and don't sleep on it. And you know, if you're struggling, the oh no, internet.
But we still have you.
But if you hit the quick win SEO process as a part and a tutorial, it explains about doing all of that. So don't worry, but let me tell you, it is important. Don't sleep on it.
That's awesome. We don't have any other questions on this topic, so I bet we can move to another victim. Or you have maybe something to add?
No. Let's move to our next victim, septic tank treatment.
In the meantime, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Remember.
Oh yeah, do all of that.
And hit the bell icon.
It really annoys me on my YouTube channel. Like I'm like 75,000 subscribers away from getting that little plaque thing that you get that makes you feel important and that. I'd really like to get that one day, but I'm getting absolutely spanked by Craig Campbell. I seen he's got 45,000 the other day, so I was a little bit upset.
Yeah, we are 2K, so.
And, yeah. So, oh well, it is what it is. Let's move into our next victim. Septic tank treatment. muckmunchers.co.uk. Are you on the line? Okay, I'm going to continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, overview of the current results, right? we can see optimization score isn't bad, but it isn't excellent. And we can this looks terrifying at first glance. Domain score 10, 10, 9. Oh no, that's terrifying. But actually, when you look, it's Amazon product pages. They're easy to beat. And then EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, which I don't follow US politics close enough, but I reckon if you wait maybe after the November election, the EPA will no longer be a competitor. So don't worry about that. I'm sure that's getting shut down. So where this site has an upward battle is in domain score and in backlinks, in my opinion. Just looking at this very, very top level overview. We can see they're already ranking number 5, despite them only having a domain score 2. So given that we can kind of ignore these results are just purely ranking out of the strength of their domain authority rather than the individual page level merit. Okay, so when we see things like this, for me, it's a big green light because I know that I can beat them on a page basis. And that's what's happening here. That's why you've got Muck Muncher's domain score 2 and they're here right now, domain score 1 here. But the number 1 result, who we're really up against, and got the featured snippet here, domain score 83, optimization score 83. Probably a surfer customer, huh? Right.
I have a sneaky idea for this client. I will leave it for the end.
Probably. Domain score 5. So look, the way we're going to close this gap is improve content score, improve domain score. Both of those things are pretty straightforward. So let's jump into the site. Now, the great irony about this site is this is about cleaning poo. It's about septic tanks. And as you can see, the design is excellent. Absolutely fantastic. This is what a professionally designed e-commerce site looks like. And there's a great irony that this product deals with poo-poo and the design is excellent, whereas the site we looked at before was offering the red carpet experience, but the site looked like poo-poo.
What an irony.
So we've flipped the script here, right? Looking at the site yesterday when I first popped on this, there was a big full screen pop-up, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that a bit later on, about why that's hurting you. I suspected it might not come back now, but if any of you guys are on the call right now watching, you hit muck-munchers.co.uk, but when you first land, there'll be a big pop-up here that's obtrusive and doesn't offer any value to neither the user or the business, in my opinion. So very, very clear, a lot of care went into building a site. Straight away, they're stating their cause, why you should buy from them, clear headlines, clear call to action, pricing. If you're not sure, clear call to action to information showing you how it works, free kit, everything that's all of the signals that you would expect to see above the fold to make someone buy. I don't know who designed this site, but you should give them a bonus. Like, very, 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 very good. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. One of the best I've reviewed in a while. Okay. Again, coming down, clear reasons to buy. I don't really like the design here. It doesn't flow with the eye, but what you're trying to communicate, the benefits of the product are really nice here. I'd like to see these stand out more than they do. It's kind of sandwiched in here, right? Unfortunately, I believe the design from this point onwards drops off a cliff. It's pretty weak in my opinion here, but I don't imagine many people scroll to this point because they're either clicking here or up here somewhere. I'd be surprised if you've got a heat map and more than 50% of people hit this anyway. So the site is one of the best I've seen in terms of design and getting everything right in terms of e-commerce, right? only other negative was down here, the email sign up. That's not really enough reason for me to give you my email address. Like, give me like some kind of clear call to action and benefit. If people even reach this point in your page anyway, which I don't think they do. So competitors, right? These are the #1 featured snippet, and these guys are giving you the runaround right now. And immediately looking at this is an Amazon affiliate site, and it's looking pretty run-of-the-mill, standard-ish affiliate site. We're going to have products, text, a breakdown of each product, and it's not really going to offer much value to the user, in my opinion. Fairly standard cookie cutter site. Looking at this, it's quite obvious the person has never used a product, never touched a product, never had the product in their hand. So then that begs a question: what value does this site deliver over and above me reading verified Amazon reviews on Amazon? I can go to Amazon, I can do the search, and I can read real reviews from people who have actually bought and used the product. Why does this site exist? What am I looking at right here? It offers absolutely zero value above me just going to Amazon.
I bet it's because Google's stupidity.
Well, yes, it's Google stupidity, but look, Amazon affiliate sites like this tend to come and go.
Yeah.
It's rare to see an Amazon affiliate site like this that survived 5 years.
Can we go off the script a little bit? Okay,
yes.
So I have an idea in my head that it would be cheaper to offer a custom affiliate program from the owner of our e-commerce store.
Yes. Okay, I got that in my notes in a later point.
Great minds think alike.
This isn't a good example. But later on there is a better example. But you are right. Yeah, you could just go in, cut them a deal. Look, these guys are promoting Amazon. They're getting skanked. They're getting really terrible commissions. You can come in, do them an offer, put a nicely designed banner right up here to replace all this crap here, and easy money all day long. There's a better example of this later on. Great minds think alike. We'll jump into that. But you guys that are building, if you're competing against Amazon affiliate sites, for the most part, they're usually ranking for two reasons. Google's pretty content hungry, and then they like backlinks. And when people build cookie cutter affiliate sites like this, they're literally essentially giving Google exactly what they want, even though it offers no value to the user. And look, long term, these sites rarely survive. And if they do survive, they continually get squeezed for commissions as well. So their bottom line is continuously shrinking. When I first did Amazon affiliate, it was getting 10%. I think you're lucky to get half now. So I wouldn't also be surprised if Amazon shut their affiliate program down one day. I've been expecting it for a while. So anyway, this is why the site is ranking though. All of this content at the bottom. It's pretty content heavy, as well as all of the individual product level content down here. It's feeding Google what it wants. So that's why I feel like this site's winning. It's purely winning on the amount of content it's serving to Google that's very well optimized, and then the amount of links pointing to the page as well. But this is an Amazon site. It's cookie cutter. There's nothing special about it. It doesn't add any value to the user. I wouldn't consider them a big competitor if I was you guys, right? And like Michael said, you can go out and do some deals with these kinds of sites so that they're no longer your competitor and they become your affiliate.
I was wondering if it's a common thing when the e-commerce comes to the affiliate asking for a deal, not the opposite, because now there is a huge hype on the affiliate marketers who are trying to replace Amazon programs because they got ripped off from the commission. So yep. I was wondering what's the opposite way, like the e-commerce reaching out. I have never heard of it.
Yeah, and I imagine a lot of e-commerce managers are doing exactly that. If they're not, they should be, right? Yep. Because if there's one thing I know about most affiliates is that they're lazy, so they're not going to be banging on people's doors to cut deals, So if you come to them, you'll be all right. And look, with all the branding and everything you've got here, it's going to convert all day long. I'd love to know what the conversion rate is on this page. I bet it's high. So anyway, jumping into the other competitors, Amazon kind of irrelevant, but the EPA arguably not going to exist in 2 or 3 months from now. But again, this is pretty content heavy. And it's just a general observation that Google likes content heavy results here in number 1 and number 4. And I do believe we're generally lacking content here in a manual comparison. So let's jump into a surfer audit here. And straight away, we can see we're light on words. And as we observed, we can see right here, this is the barrier to entry in the average, and we're way below that. So I would first of all come in, take care of the word count, make sure everything down here is green, then come in here and take care of all the phrases. You know, we are missing some absolutely essential phrases. You know, competitors are using this at a high rate and you're not. Competitors are using this, business services, product detail pages, septic tank treatments, lots of words that are just missing from your page that Google are expecting from an NLP point of view. So there's tons of opportunities here. And the way I suggest you bridge this content gap is by adding some kind of buyer's guide or some kind of FAQ or something that answers the most important questions or allows people to bridge the gap and make a buying decision. Something that aligns to that and then optimize.
It doesn't even have to be visible, right? It can be accordion with those FAQ questions.
Yeah, you can hide it, but for me, look, copywriting offers multiple ways to assist a conversion and move people further down the buying process psychologically or on your site, right? So when you're creating that content just for Google, in my opinion, you're losing a lot of those touch points and a lot of those hooks that you can use to drive people to a sale, especially when it's in a buyer's guide question-based format. You know, if I walked into a store and I was like, whoa, my septic tank stinks, it's backed up, blah, blah, I'd have someone there to talk me through it and answer the questions. And we don't have that here. It communicates the benefits, but it's very one way, right? There's nothing for me to then get feedback from after that. So that's just the way I would bridge this gap. And yeah, I don't like to hide things that I could use to hook a sale. You know?
I agreed 100%. I was just thinking of doing it on the cheap.
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that if you want to bang the content in it, and it will work. It will work. But that's not how I would do it. So, you know, we were talking about closing the gap with backlinks, and we can see there's some common backlinks that are pretty easy to win that are missing here, right? Like Yell, easy. Medium, easy. Wikipedia, bit of elbow grease, but relatively easy. Reddit, easy. Quora, easy. WikiHow, easy. Like, so many links that we can go out here and just get without much effort and a bit of elbow grease. Some of these others, you're going to have to spend a bit of budget, but might not be necessary. I would first of all close a gap with the easy to win ones here, and then look into building links through. I mean, you can use, I got like 1 billion link building strategies here that you can use to help close the gap. Try and find things that are super relevant, things that are to do with household, DIY, construction, those kinds of niches to get the links from, and you'll do all right. The site speed, however, leaves an awful lot to be desired. This will take a little moment to run. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is when I first landed on this site, there was a huge pop-up that I had to close. This is an issue because in 2016, Google announced that they were going to start creating penalties for pop-ups that are intrusive on mobile. And that is literally the experience I had on mobile. So it was announced 2016. I think it went live in 2017. Maybe someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, January starting today. Yeah, so it started rolling out in January 2017. So this is a big problem, right? So the ways you can get around this is, instead of doing a pop-up that they've got to close in which to continue browsing, you can do a little corner slide in, right? Or you can do a little bar that just slides in, or something like that. Something that doesn't interrupt the browsing experience, something that they don't have to close in order to continue their interaction with the website, right? This is only on mobile. On desktop, do what you want. On mobile, this is a big issue. And as you can see, when Google PageSpeed Insights comes here in this wee screenshot, can we do a zoom? Zoom. You can see the issue right there, right? So that is a penalty that we know exists, and a penalty that you are begging for at the moment. And in my opinion, it doesn't really communicate anything that couldn't be communicated in a single sentence.
And the page becomes from the septic tank. It becomes about the COVID-19 and about if you work or not.
We go from this like, whoa, take my money, and then you're like, no, it's right. So this is hurting you. It's hurting you from a customer point of view. It's hurting you from a penalty point of view. The penalty exists. If you've not had it yet, you're going to have it. So get that taken off immediately. On top of that, the page speed scores are less than ideal, and I think I got GT metrics for this. Yeah, so 5.85 megabytes page size. Let me tell you, that is insane. It needs to be 1 meg. There's absolutely no reason for this page to be that big.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a
absolutely whatsoever, and I know why. The reason is because you're not. This is a common issue I see a lot in e-commerce as well, right? Check this image out. Let's see what it is. So this image is huge, right? But then let's find it on the page. Here it's been displayed really small. So we're loading this huge 800 by 1075 image and then using HTML to scale it down to this size. What you really should be doing is just loading this image from the get-go, right? Now, is this WordPress, but you're hiding it? Is it? I'm going to assume that you're using WordPress and you're hiding it with a plugin here. But if you are, either way, right? This scaling images problem is a major problem for e-commerce sites. One way of fixing it is just do it right in the first place and put the right size images in the right places. The other way of doing it is Cloudflare Pro. Costs like $20 a month, but it will serve scaled images for you in dynamically without impacting load time. So that is a solution that it takes 5 seconds to fix. In Cloudflare, you connect it, you press one checkbox, and it's done, right? So you've got options in terms of how to fix that, but you also need to optimize images. There's some decent savings to be had with compression here as well. So I would also be looking to compress your images. I like using Short Pixel, but there's a number of options out there. Cloudflare will help you with that as well. So yeah, this site has a lot of opportunities. It's mostly rooted in, first of all, giving Google the content it wants, taking care of word count, true density, winning those common backlinks, taking care of that pop-up, fixing your site speed, scaled images, and then backing that up with some relevant link building. That will allow you to take the number one spot.
And at this point, I just want to say that we hit 1 hour already. And thank you guys for joining us, but we are not finished. We have 2 more sites to roast, so for those who have to go, thank you guys. And the video will be recorded and it will be on YouTube right away after the show. And we will carry on with 2 more websites, and we'll answer some questions. And Stan asked, how do you get links from pages like Wikipedia? Because that's kind of hard to find the information about. So maybe you have any tips to acquiring the links?
Yeah, matthewwoodward.co.uk/SEO, link building section, Wikipedia
Oh yes,
backlinks.
I will link it in the description. Thank you.
Yeah, just link the SEO portal page because that's got everything, right? You want to learn anything about anything, keywords, on-page SEO, link building, it's all there, right?
Remember when I
all
told you about the
categorized,
free
so.
stuff that Matthew has on his websites, and I wasn't lying at all. That was not a clickbait or anything. So another thing I wanted to mention is that we have people from Argentina, from Hungary, from Australia, from Mozambique even. So thank you so much for joining us. That makes this show really special. And yeah, that's great to have a global community of SEOs all over the world. That's super motivating. Thanks again. And I guess we can move on to the next victim, right?
Yeah, next victim. Let's see. So thank you for sticking with us so far. Our next victim is Bass Laws. Bass Laws? Bass? Am I a bass head or a bass head? I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's a fish.
Bass. It's fish, right? You eat it. Bass Laws, right? Yeah, bass, not bass. Is our resident victim on the call? Are you on video? Are we here? Tailored
Let's
Tackle.
see.
I was a bit nervous about opening that site initially to what I might find.
I will ask if we have the owner on the chat. It will be a little bit faster.
Okay, well, whilst you're doing that, let me take a little look about the current results that we're seeing in Surfer. So what's interesting to see is that despite the fact there's an Amazon result and a homepage at the top, all of the other top results are list posts, right? So the fact that we're trying to rank a list post means we're fighting a downhill battle straight away. So it's nice to see that intent aligns there. Optimization score, huge room for improvement. Absolutely no one on the front page really that well optimized. Ignore Amazon, number 1. Domain score 2, we've got other sites ranking domain score 2 in the number 2 and 3 positions respectively. Oh, we are the number 3 position. So in the number 2 position respectively. So closing this gap should be relatively easy. I don't see that there's going to be too much to do.
Yeah, that's kind of this idea of blogging for e-commerce, and this is definitely a type of keyword when the intent is about the listicles, right? So it's a good idea to put yourself, if you are e-commerce, have a blog and tackle those keywords, fight with affiliates, and that will be the way to go, in my opinion, to get the more traction, more keywords, the keywords that you didn't thought about before.
Yeah, and typically what you tend to see is these listicles are more prominent in keyword searches that are like best bass laws, or with best at the start, right? So the fact that we're just seeing the head keyword with these listicles is a great sign. It's easy to rank for, and essentially all you got to do is list the products you sell, right? Like pretty straightforward. Just like all these Amazon affiliates are wanting to take, they do the listicle, they want to send you to Amazon and take a commission. Same thing, but not sending to Amazon, sending to your own store. So let's look at the site. Above the fold here, kind of an average design. It's not terrible, but it's not amazing. It's not striking. Personally, I hate big images above the fold like this. It takes up way too much real estate when you could be using that to hook your reader in right up at the start, right? So for me, all of this here is just wasted. This top 60% that we can see.
I don't think it's even a bass on the picture. I think it's a different fish.
I don't know. I can't even say.
I will check it out.
I don't even know why I'm looking. Coming down, the content, again, we spoke about this before, is just big walls of text, right? It could be broken down. This could easily be 2 or 3 paragraphs with
Sorry,
a couple
guys.
of bullet
Actually, it is a
points,
bus.
right? Oh, is it? Okay, yeah. And as we continue down the page, you see this trend continues. There's been no care or attention paid to text formatting, and in my opinion, now I don't really know much about fishing. Look, when I go fishing, I go with a spear gun. I shoot them, right? I'm diving, I'm shooting. So I don't really know anything about all this pole stuff, right? But if I was buying a lure, I would at least like to think that it's going to tell me what the lure's good for. Like it should be easy for me to understand. This lure's for that. Use it for this in this condition for catching this type of fish. It's not good for X, Y, and Z, right? I'd expect some kind of information. It might be buried in this text, but no one's reading that, right? So you've got to pull out those key pieces of information that aids a person's buying decision. The other glaring issue is the target keyword is this: bass lures, but it's only mentioned once on the page here, and it's not mentioned in the title. It's not mentioned here. It's not mentioned in the content. It's not anywhere, right? So despite that, we're still ranking number 3.
This page should has huge authority
Yeah.
in the fishing industry.
Yeah.
I think because having such low optimized content and still ranking 3 above the affiliates and other pages that are trying hard to beat and still have the exact ones in one image caption, that's crazy.
Yeah, and what they're missing as well is the table of contents. So let me show you an example. Let's say this, for example. The table of contents at the top. This creates a ton of nice internal link opportunities, and Google loves this stuff. So it's easy to just drop in. It's just a short code. I usually drop it in before the first H2, which would be this. Well, should be this. Let's see. I think actually look. Ooh, H3s. So they should be all H2s. But that was a weakness that I thought was a quick win. Just drop the table of contents in there. Internal linking strategy is weak. They're not making the best use here. Remember, we're saying you want to use the anchor text that you want to rank for. Well, this dude wants this page to rank for the word
cover.
What? I don't know. Good question. But that's what he's telling Google. Cover, right? Obviously, the content tells Google a little bit more, but from internal linking perspective, cover, right? So if you're trying to rank for fishing cover here or fishing cover, you need to be using those terms. And this was a weakness throughout. And I assume that you've got lots of internal linking opportunities here that you're not capitalizing on. And the other thing, though, which was really weird, every image leads to the same place. A bass fishing kit, $44.99, right? But yeah, you got it here, but the objective of this page is clearly to sell this kit, right? That's the point of the page. Sell this kit. Nothing more, nothing less. So what I'd be tempted to do is right at the start, use my intro to hook people in. Look, if you're trying to catch bass, this is the kit. It includes all of the different lures that you need. You'll never go wrong. There's a quick guide, sell all the benefits of the product. I'd have that right at the top. And then underneath, then go in to each of the different parts that are in this box. To me, this stick bait, it's bait, it's not a lure. Is it a lure or is it bait? But
yeah, isn't it the
not
same like a bait and lure? I think that those are synonyms.
Or is that what that is? But the point of this page is to sell this product, right? So sell the product. And they're not selling it, like, get it right there, right at the top, straight in on all the benefits. You know, anyone that's searching for the best lures for base probably struggle to catch base. They don't know what lure to use in right times. They're missing education. Probably all their friends are catching fish and they never catch anything, you know, all of that kind of stuff. And you can play on that with your text on the intro and put them straight into the product recommendation. And then underneath, break down each lure that's in this product, which then gives you additional opportunities to say, oh, well, you could buy this lure for $15, or you could buy this kit that includes everything for $45, you know? So that I felt there was a weakness in the page from an SEO point of view and a sales point of view, and really underwhelming in general, right? I think there's a lot of improvement to be done here.
Yeah,
Any
actually, we have
questions?
one about the internal linking, and I'm not sure if I get it, but I will just read it. If we want page 1 to rank for bass fishing, do we add the anchor text on page 1 or on the page 2 with internal link and anchor text bass fishing? Did you get it?
If you want this page to rank for bass fishing, all of the internal pages that link to it must use the anchor text bass fishing. I think the confusion is you suggested self-linking where this page, for example, links to itself with the anchor text. That's not a practice.
It's kind of shady.
But I can't comment on that because I haven't tried it. But if it works, it works. I don't really care if it's shady. Like it's an algorithm. I'm not really worried about its emotions too much. So yeah, if it works, it works. That's it. But yeah, in general, every page that links to this page should use the exact match anchor text bass laws.
Yeah, that clears it out.
Cool. So let's have a little look at this other site. Interestingly, it's the only homepage ranking amongst the top 10. This, believe it or not, is an Amazon affiliate site. It's quite an unusual design for an Amazon affiliate site. It certainly stands out. I'm not sure if I like it. I don't like it. But as you can see, moving down, look, content straight away is easier to read. The font size, the text, it's broken down better. Good use of internal. They're not internal links. They're affiliate links, you buggers. So yeah, they're using affiliate links here. The internal links are coming off here. Straight into more information about the product. They're using a table of contents here. Well, badly, but they're using it. The page is much more visually appealing. And this, moving down, where was it? Yeah, here. So down here, then they've got some good information about selecting the right lure. You know, the information I felt was missing from the other pages. They're explaining the products. So here they're telling you how to choose the best one. And okay, it's light content, but it's much better than the competing site. Now, this is one of the sites where I think you can go out and do a deal. And we were talking before about with the septic tanks, how they could approach all of these affiliate sites and offer them an affiliate deal. And this tackle box seems like it will be relatively easy to sell. And I imagine you've got decent margin on this. If you could give $10 or $15 away to an affiliate on the sale here, they'll take it all day and they'll promote it, you know, like crazy over Amazon and the other e-commerce guys that are only paying 0.5%, 1%, 2%, right? If you gave a $10 or $15 commission, you'd be laughing. And then you can just go through. You see all these other results. Nearly all of these results.
You could take over the whole top 10.
So rather than trying to rank number one, why not go and cut a private deal with all these other sites and say, look, if you sell this, I'll give you $10, $15. Maybe you even give them the graphics or the text to put in, and they just put it right up at the top here. And they also make it the #1 recommendation, you know, rather than buying all these separate bits and bobs. Here's everything you need in one go. Buy. Right. So I think you've got a great opportunity to grow sales there without too much effort. You need to set up an affiliate program. In my opinion, this product page is pretty weak. Again, for the similar things that we've spoken about in terms of readability of content, not communicating benefits. This is easily solved with, you know, shortening paragraphs, a couple of headings, some bullet points, things like that. You know, you got a nice video to promote it as well. So I think you've got a great opportunity there. You're not really putting your best foot forward here with this page and this content, you know. You're really underselling yourself. So that is where I think you got a great opportunity on the affiliate stuff. Coming down, I know this page ranks lower than you, but it's also a good idea just to see what the other top 10 are up to. So jumping in here, we have much better imagery. Straight off the bat, in my opinion, the imagery is much better. And also the information, the pro, why it's his favorite, how he uses it, right? It's really clearly easy and interesting information. You want to know, oh, why is it someone's favorite? Like, oh, how does he, it's information that hooks you, right? And this continues throughout the article for absolutely everything, you know. So that's one of the examples I was looking at. How they present their content was much nicer and aligned to my, you know, naivety of like learning about which one to buy and everything else. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you get on the phone, start knocking on doors, get some relationships built. I think this is probably the case for most e-commerce owners in your niche. You can go and look at all of the keywords you wish you rank for. Go look at the affiliates, just pay them a decent commission. Don't undercut them. Don't be slimy with it. Don't be shady. Trust me, if you give an affiliate a good deal, they're going to support you tenfold and help you to grow, and you're going to help them to grow, and it's an absolutely great relationship. Well, if you're just going to go in, you know, Amazon's offering 0.5%, you're like, oh well, I'll give you 0.8%, you know, don't even waste your time. Give people a good deal, they'll look after you. They've got the ability to rank for any keyword they want in the niche, right? It's already been demonstrated. So if you give them a good deal, you might also be able to say, hey, by the way, we wouldn't mind ranking for these keywords. If you make some content, that would be great, you know, on 1% commission, not worth the effort, but $10 a sale, $15 a sale. Yeah. How many pages do you want? You know, so that's a great opportunity for a lot of e-commerce sites, and specifically here, because I imagine the margin's good.
I think it's a growth hack of the year for the e-commerce sites. Partnership with affiliates after this ripping off the commission from Amazon, it will be much more easier than it was before, because they are just looking for those kind of partnerships.
Yep. Exactly. And actually they're not looking. This is the thing, right? The affiliates are not looking. I've seen the Amazon cut be reduced 8 times, 9 times in the last 10 years. And despite that, despite the shrinking commission, despite the shrinking opportunity, despite the risk, there's more Amazon affiliate sites than ever before. So I don't agree that affiliates are out there looking for better deals. I think they just accept the status quo, and they're so blinded by creating content and building links that they don't even consider knocking on a door to do a deal to get better commission.
Smart guys, they really trying to.
Yeah, the big affiliates are obviously the big affiliates are, but I I doubt this dude is.
We have an internal link question, if you don't mind, and it's kind of the same question again, but it appears that it's still lacking understanding. So, how many internal links a blog post should have to not dilute the link juice?
I don't worry about that. How many it should have is how many it just needs naturally. Like, you're going to read your content and you're going to be like, oh yeah, I've got something kind of about soft bait worms that I could put in here. Oh yeah, I've also got some content about base hooks I could put in here. You know, if you've got something relevant that's going to assist the reader, link it.
So it's like keyword
I don't get
density,
caught
right?
up
You don't
in
care about the exact number. You just go with the flow.
yeah, it's just the flow and look, Google. The most important thing to remember with internal links is that the number of internal links pointing to a page tells Google how important that page is in across your whole site. So if page A has got 50 internal links and page B has got 100 internal links, Google thinks page B is more important because it's got 100 internal links, right? So if you're trying to rank a page and you've not got much movement, but it's only got 3 internal links, but then you've got some like junky blog post that provides no value to the business, but it's got 50 internal links. There's something wrong with your internal linking strategy because you're telling Google the content that offers absolutely no value to your business is way more important than the content that does. So you need to look at your site as a whole, and in Google Search Console, if you go to the links report on the left, and then on the right hand side you've got an internal links report and view on more, that is ordered from high to low by pages with the most internal links at the top and the least internal links at the bottom. So when you're looking at that list, and maybe I can show you in my Google Search Console, I'll do it away just in case I reveal anything.
Yeah, internal links are pretty often underestimated, and it's super powerful if you have domain with at least some crawl budget, that is at least some visibility, then you can use it on your advantage.
Okay, Google Search Console, links, internal links, top link pages, more. So this is what you're looking at here is what Google considers the most important pages, high to low, based on internal links. My internal linking structure is currently broken because the top should be your home page. But then under here, basically what you want to see here is the pages that are most important to your business in terms of revenue should be the most internal linked pages. If they're not, you've got a disconnect, and you need to update your internal linking structure so that the pages that deliver the most value to your business are the top internally linked pages. And usually most sites have this wrong. So take a look at your own Google Search Console report, take a look at this report and go through each page. Is this what if you wrote a list of the top 20 revenue generating pages for your site, and then you look at this list, there should not be any difference. The top 20 revenue generators should be the top 20 internally linked pages.
Thanks, man. That was super helpful. And people on the chat are thankful as well. I'm thankful that you shared the foundation of internal links, how to check them, how they evaluate your pages. That's principle, but super, super, super important.
Yeah, super important. But the quick win SEO process will guide you through it. And if you want to get into more about internal linking, again, SEO portal, internal linking section here. There's like a big video, free strategies, everything you need to know. Okay. So moving forward, into the actual surfer analysis, right? The biggest issue we identified earlier is that the exact keyword does not appear in a title, does not appear in a H1 tag, and it only appears once in the body. So you've got a lot of work to do here. And these things are all pretty significant factors. So you might find that just by making the changes I'm about to speak will be enough. Whether that will convert into sales based on your current page design and layout and everything else, I don't know, but you'll certainly get the traffic. So come in here, fix that, right? also fix your partial keyword issues down here. Once you've got those fixed, come back up, fix this, and then finally fix all of your phrases here. We can see that there are some very important phrases that you're not using at all. So they need to be included, right? Also, the missing common backlinks. A lot of your opportunities here are really easy wins. Really easy wins. WikiHow, Reddit, Medium, BuzzFeed, Google Sites. Like, all of these are some really easy,
And you know
easy
what?
peasy
If you
wins.
click on the number,
Now,
it will reveal
yep.
the list of exact URLs where the competitors have a backlink.
Ooh, shiny. So all of these links are important to get. Now, missing common links. My favorite link building strategy of all time is just to steal my competitors' backlinks, right? So literally what I do is I'll download the backlinks of all the top 10 sites, and then I'll just start working through that list and outreaching to them, or whatever it is. In the example of some of these missing common backlinks, it's just going to be creating an account and posting some content, but some of them you need to do a bit of elbow grease and a bit of reaching out. So going into my link building section here, and then competitor backlink analysis, if anyone's struggling with bridging these link gaps, this is a very easy way to do it. You're just basically looking at what's already working for your competitors and then applying it to your site, right? Pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. And there's a video
Kind
there
of
guiding
safe,
you
isn't
through
it? Because if
Um,
they can rank top with those backlinks, then they definitely are not a reason for a penalty.
Yeah, and it's one of my favorite link building strategies because it stood the test of time. You're literally deciding what to do based on what's working right now for your competitors, right? So given that right now is constantly changing by the second, you're always building links that you know are right, because Google's telling you they're right. They're ranking the results. So that's an easy way to close the gap a lot of the time. Now, we oops. Coming down to our site speed again, this was identified as an issue in Surfer, and let's take a little look in web page test. Again, we've got an issue here, 4.5 megabytes. I can see here that they're already using WebP images. They're already doing some level of optimization, but it's not enough. There's no reason for your page to be 4.5 megabytes. Let's just look at the page again. There's absolutely no reason. I suspect that most of the issue comes from JavaScript and the way in which WordPress loads JavaScript. This is WordPress, right? Yeah. So the way that WordPress loads JavaScript and CSS is, if you use a contact form 7 plugin or any contact form plugin, right? 9 times out of 10, you only use that form on your contact page like this. What do you reckon this is? Contact form 7. Okay, so what every plugin does, I'm not just picking on contact forms or contact form 7, every single plugin does this, is despite this form only being loaded on this contact page, WordPress is loading all of the JavaScript, all of the CSS, and all of the elements it needs to build this form on every single page, even though it's not used. So once you start layering that up with a number of plugins, what you tend to find is you've got pages where 80% of the JavaScript being loaded isn't even used, right? And this page, when I was looking at it, you're loading 37 separate pieces of Java, 37. So you got to get that under control. Now, I suspect looking at optimization, you're already using some kind of optimization plugin. Let's see. Auto optimize. Yeah, it's all right, but just don't be cheap. Just get WP Rocket. It's way better. In fact, WP Rocket, the new version 3.7, might take care of your JavaScript issues. It only came out last week, but they are automatically detecting if JavaScript is used, and if it's not used, they're not loading it in the page. I haven't actually updated and tested yet, but version 3.7 of WP Rocket will help clean up and take control of JavaScript and CSS caused by what we just spoke about. Right now, how I fix it is with a plugin called Perf Matters, and that allows you to get your JavaScript and CSS under control really, really easily. So don't cheap out. Like auto optimize, it is what it is. You get what you pay for. WP Rocket includes some. I'm imagining you're on WooCommerce. It includes some WooCommerce specific optimizations. So does Perf Matters. But you really need to get control of this page size. 4.5 meg is ridiculous. It's got to be down to a meg. And that will fix all of your other site speed issues that you've got. Mobile page score was at around 20, and it's got to be entry level 60, So lots of opportunities here, in my opinion. Your quickest path to victory is, first of all, to add the exact keyword and take care of this true density stuff, then go and take care of site speed as quick as you possibly can. Probably WP Rocket. It's literally just going to be installing 2 plugins for the most part, and then come and take care of your missing
the real
backlinks.
thing is affiliate program, right? That's something that moves the needle.
Yeah. I mean, I would fix all of these things first, because it's going to take Google a bit of time to digest and then reflect in the search results those changes. And then go start knocking on doors and doing some deals, work out what your margin is on this kit, work out what you can pay an affiliate. 10 to 50. If you do it at $10 to $15, you will have an army of salespeople banging on your door to come out and sell this kit, because an opportunity like that probably doesn't exist in the rest of the niche, looking at the fact that most people are promoting Amazon. So, I mean, the money's there for the taking. Yeah, you got to get it set.
Absolutely. Okay, so we kind of wrapped up the phishing, and do we have another one? I think so. Yay!
Final victim.
And we still have over 30 people with us. It's great to have you guys. Really, thanks for your contribution on the chat, and yeah, that's amazing. We are here for 1 hour and a half, and that's just amazing that you still keep your interest and engagement. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Despite the connection issues, and despite my brand new mobile phone is sat on a hot tin roof under 40 degrees sunlight,
maybe it died
right now. I'm surprised it's still working. So yeah, we're here. Don't worry, let's go. So, Tiger Eye Bracelet, are you on the chat? Are you here? Are you with us? Please raise your hand if you are. If not, I'm going to dive straight into it. Target URL here is in a page. It's actually a product detail page itself, a PDP. And as we come down here, I'm just going to open these in results. We can see for the most part that what we're up against is either PDP, product detail pages, or product category pages that list products, right? These are ooh.
What?
How did we get to that page?
Ooh.
Braceletgurus.com. Their coming soon page is ranking here. Oh, that's a good thing to see. We like it when coming soon.
I want to know
like
their backlinks or 301s.
Yeah. I imagine they had the page before, and this is something new that Google's not yet.
But take a look at the counter. It says that it should be done now.
Yeah, it should be done. In score 0. Yeah. But blog news, obviously something existed before, but that's good. So that's good. We like that. Product category page. absolutely awful page. What do you even do? Oh, you sell stuff. Okay, so all that we're seeing are product category, product detail pages, and a coming soon page. That's good. That's the kind of thing that we want to see. You can also see quite possibly one of the worst content optimization scores we've done in the roast here. It's 6.
I have never seen such a low score. Like never, ever, ever.
I've never seen a low score like never, ever see. Yeah. I've never seen it either. So I don't know. You should do like an award for that or something, huh? But look, low content score, low domain score, we are dripping in opportunity, especially when coming soon landing pages are ranking with domain score 0 and content score 52. Now, these other results are pretty competitive on a domain score basis, but given that we're so low optimized on the content level, I think that we've got some pretty big opportunity. So, first of all, site analysis. I hate push notifications with a passion. I've just landed on your page from a search. Why on earth would I want to subscribe to your push notifications? What benefit are you going to add to my life for me to click subscribe? And is that benefit more important than having my attention on the product that I actually searched to buy? Instead of allowing me to interact with the product I want to buy because I told you I want to buy it in my search,
Correct.
you put this in front of me. Why? If you want push notifications and that, they come from your customers, not from new visitors that don't know who you are. So disable this, and yeah, after checkout's complete, invite people for push notifications, but give them a reason. We'll push you a discount or something. Sign up to push notifications now and get 10% off your next, something, right? Not this. So yeah, go away. I quite like that the overall layout here. It's clean. It's clear. It's kind of it's obvious what you got to do. It's easy on the eye. Before we were talking about how you can add text to pages and put them in little collapsible things. Here's a good example of that, right? And this actually adds to the user experience rather than detracting from it and hiding it from search engine point of view, right? So that was a nice detail. Why shop with us? Really nice. I love things like this, but this should be above the fold. This should be up here. Like you want to show me a push notification, but you want to hide this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. So this has got to go above the fold. Clear communication. You've obviously got a mission, right? 10% of profits protect children in need. In my opinion, that's understated. You've got a mission. You've got a cause. You're environmentally friendly. You're just hiding all of that, right? And yeah, I think you're underselling yourself there. Moving down, the product description, although hidden, when expanded, I feel like it could be better, easier to read than it is just walls of text. And the title of the page is Tiger Eye Bracelet, Manifest Your Goals. But then there's nothing about manifesting my goal. There's a disconnect between what I see in the search result. Oh, we don't see it here, but what I see in the search result, and then I come to the page, right? Yeah, it's a Tiger Eye Bracelet, but your hook here, manifest your goals, it doesn't go communicate anywhere, anything else. And then even here in this quote thing, it doesn't align to that either. So you got a disconnect there. The product imagery is also pretty weak, pretty standard stuff. I think all of these like nice details and patterns, and you've got the reflection here, would suit some really nice macro photography. And also, you're not really got any lifestyle. There's no one using it. There's no one with it on. Like, you just go and take the product outside and put it on a rock even and take a picture. Something lifestyle-y, not photo boxy. So yeah, all in all, the page is clean and easy, but there's room for improvement. Arguably, the add to cart button should be a different color and not blending into the rest of the colors here. All of the links are this shade. I'd like to see this a darker, more vivid shade. And you know what I've just seen that I didn't see before? Take a look in the bottom left corner.
What is that?
What's this?
Oh.
Push. No, so that's asking me the push, but then there's this little get 10% off. Give friend the powered by Talk. So that's kind of weird that you've got that there, despite this being something that can generate new leads and sales for you. You got it hidden away there, really hidden away and overlapping, like you really got to look to see that, So yeah, it's nice, clean, simple page. Does what it's meant to do, but there's room for improvement. If we look at other results, I wouldn't normally look at Amazon, but given my feedback on the product photography here, Amazon usually do a good job of product photography because you have to stand out in the search results. You don't have a choice. Some pretty standard stuff here. This is a nice idea for sizing. And a nice macro shot. Oh, you get a free bag. That's nice to see. Do you get a free bag with this? Bag. Oh, bag. Case. No, I don't know. But they communicate that benefit with an image. You don't need to read if it comes with a bag. Oh yeah, it comes with a bag. You just know, right? Moving down again, I wouldn't normally look at Etsy, but let's just have a look from a visual standpoint. If you're trying to rank on Etsy, it's very much visual you're competing on. So are you guys all just reselling the same thing? I don't know. So imagery generally a little bit better in general across the board. Some nicer lifestyle shots, people using it, so there's improvement there. Moving to what I consider an actual competitor, like for like, because it's a product detail page. In my opinion, our victims is way better. The text is small, it's hard to read. What's this? View more what? What, I gotta click more to view more to view more? No, you didn't do anything. There's not much details there. They're kind of communicating their message there, but it's really a weak page. It's very sparse. It's not. It's nowhere near as good, right? You're back again? What? Right? Like, why are you asking me again? I already told you.
But
right?
you told to do it later. That's later. That's later.
This is like the sales assistant. Yeah. This is like the sales assistant. You walk in the store, like, can I help you with anything? You're like, no, mate, I'm just looking. And then they come back in 10 seconds. Can I help you with anything? No. Fuck off. So, where this page is good, and they're actually hiding their biggest benefit, is in the product photography. You actually have to click and engage and scroll to get to the good photos. So if I was roasting this page, I would fix that. Overall, though, yeah, it's weak.
Jill on the chat pointed out that the photo with the pop-up that you can get 10% off is a great photo to use as a product photo. Can you go back to it? Like, take a look. Yeah, it's right? Just amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So, if you getting product imagery is hard, right? It's a challenge. We used to face this problem when I was in big companies and pulling products out of the warehouse and set nightmare, right? But again, I touched on it before. We can't touch the product. We can't feel it. I don't know how heavy it is. I don't know, is it smooth? Is it slippy? Is it grippy? Is it like, I can't feel it. So as much as you can do to bridge that gap, the better. And ultimately that comes down to photography and a really good description. Those two things should come together and be representative. You go into an Apple store and you get that annoying dude that comes and like helps you. Like, but well, he's only annoying for me because I already know what I want when I walk in. But for the average person, he guides you, he tells you, he connects your problems to solutions, blah 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 blah. You need to do the same with your description and imagery. That's essentially where you want to get to. This is the next like-for-like ranking competitor, and it's awful. This is good, but it's not excellent. So that's where we have some advantage. And let's not forget this one. It's a coming soon page, so we're gonna hammer them. Enter using password. What do you reckon? Do you reckon the password is Bracelet Gurus? Let's see. No, braceletgurus.com.
You're trying to hack it?
I'm guessing password isn't hacking. I was trying to see what was there, so I could go into archive, but let's not waste time there. So yeah, great opportunity all around for this page. Optimize content score, domain score. The design's good, but not excellent. So let's jump into the actual Surfer audit. Now, the elephant in the room is that we are not using the exact keyword in the H1 tag, and it's being underused in the body. We should get all of that fixed up immediately. Then again, moving to fixing up the word count, we can see that we are way below the suggested range here. Okay. And then once you've got word count taken care of, come and take care of true density. We are missing an awful lot of what is considered important terms here, that we're not even mentioning even once. So I'd get those taken care of immediately. But in general, you know, the page is lacking link strength, right? So you can jump in and go and win some of these common backlinks. Again, some of these are easy to win. Better Business Bureau, Business Insider. These are relatively decent budget, but you can, like, there's lots of opportunities here to go and win those similar links. And you know, that's really gonna be a battle, is just link building. And I think if you just got one or two decent links to this page, combined with the changes that we've said, I wouldn't be surprised if you push into the #1 spot relatively quickly, or certainly top 3. That's, yeah, I think you got a really decent opportunity there. And again, I know internal links been a hot topic. What you might also consider at this point is like, well, the page is ranking top 20. Maybe I can give it some boost with some internal links. So look at the existing internal links, optimize anchor text, and look, is there anywhere else I can add new internal links? For example, maybe feature the product on the home page, like energy bracelet. No, we got some scrollies there.
Yeah, but you have the anchor shop now.
Well, I wonder these, yeah. But actually, that just takes you to the home page, does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah. Weird.
What do you think about those generic anchors, like more, shop now, read more, stuff like that? For me, it's like a waste of potential valuable internal link, which becomes like irrelevant, or like generic, just generic.
It depends, because here, for example, they're looking. This is going to a section of the site, right? I would use this as the internal link.
Oh yes.
The text, but also the shop now. Why? Why?
Just subscribe and get it done.
Maybe that's a strat. It might work. I've never tried it. But yeah, you know, this text here should be the link, and then you can use shop now on the link after. You know, the first link in the page, you want to be using the right anchor text. You're losing an opportunity there. So yeah, this site's path to victory: optimize the page with target keywords. The improvements I suggested really are picky. The page is good. But optimize the page with the content, get 1 or 2 links to this page from relevant sites, decent DR and everything, and that will do the trick for you.
Okay, that was great. And before we finish the webinar, I have 2 questions from the audience.
Okay.
And the first one, if you work with Magento 2 sites or you don't like them.
Huh?
Magento 2
I mean,
or whatever.
Magento is where my e-commerce experience is Magento.
Okay. That's the first one. And the second one, if you have any preferences in e-commerce platforms, like if it's WooCommerce, Shopify, or whatever.
I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all answer to that question. It really depends on many things. Usually the most important thing for a business is integration. Does it integrate into our stock system? Does it integrate into sales existing systems and reporting that you've got? Often people like Magento because it's quite open and easy to connect. You have that same option with Shopify, but Shopify locks into a lot of expensive subscriptions. And then sometimes I'm like, you got to increase your site speed, but then the add-on for that's like $100, and then they want like $50 a month. And like it's the bottom line expenses of operating a Shopify store are very expensive. But at the same time, if you try to build that exact kind of model in Magento, you'd also spend some money, but you won't be locked into subscriptions and everything else. So, for the most part, WooCommerce is fine for 95% of purposes. It is slow, but a plugin like WP Rocket and Perf Matters will take care of that. Some good hosting, bit of optimization, and that's it. WooCommerce is also highly customizable, highly flexible. We use it to run our link service, for example. We do all of the quality control checks. We built a custom dashboard on the orders and everything else that allow the team to manage everything through. And it's flexible and easy to develop for. Tons of cheap developers for WordPress available as well. So what's the right platform? It's whatever's right for your business and your budget. That's the right platform.
Okay, thank you. So I think we have it all covered, and I bet it's time to put a clamp on this webby as we almost hit 2 hours. So yeah, but it's full of golden nuggets. Obviously, as the last time, I think that the audience is pretty satisfied with how it turned out, and the site owners will benefit a lot. And I just wanted to tell you that. It's really the highest time to prepare before the high sales season, and it may be too late for a huge systemic changes, for big rebuilds, rebranding, and stuff like that. And it will be more about
all of the sites we featured today. If they make the changes before the end of the month, they'll be perfectly positioned coming into the golden quarter. The golden quarter is October, November, December, Q4. Your site speed things, if you make those changes, you're going to start feeling the benefits within a few weeks, which is in line with the golden quarter really starting and things getting moving. Internal linking and things, Google tends to pick up pretty quickly. I'm completely biased. I've mentioned it a couple of times. I really recommend my quick win SEO process. You find all of the keywords currently ranking on the first 2 pages, and then based on that we make specific recommendations and optimizations on a page-by-page basis that allows you to get results. Some of these things are like featured snippet theft, and that can be something that you see the benefit within 24 hours. You make the change today, you steal a featured snippet tomorrow. So there's lots of opportunities here. For the most part, e-commerce sites always suffer with site speed. Yep. They always suffer from internal linking problems, nearly always. So everyone that's been featured today has a great opportunity for the golden quarter. If you've been watching along and seeing and say, oh, I've got this problem, I've got that problem, don't worry, just go and fix it. There's time to do it, but you got to get it fixed before the end of this month.
Absolutely. And another good idea for you guys would be to build probably a custom Black Friday page, which I did for one of the e-commerce sites I was working for at some point, and with an ugly landing page that was just semantically correct, wrapped up in 5 days. We managed to rank in Poland for Black Friday online. That was a great add-on to the whole marketing campaign around the Black Friday. So you can try it in your niche. Probably a lot of fishermen will be looking for some good deals, and that's just insane opportunity to not only build it for SEO traffic, but to put some ads on it and get it really nicely targeted and grab that traffic that is lying on the table, really.
Yeah, an easy Black Friday strategy for most e-commerce sites is I do it every year. I do a roundup of the best SEO deals, the best blogging deals, and you know, I segment it like that. People love that. It goes crazy. So, you know, looking in front of me, Tiger Eye bracelet. You should be creating a page that ranks for like Black Friday deals for jewelry.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. And then at the top, list your best deals. And then also list some deals from other places, competitors as well, just to pay it forward, you know. And that kind of page will attract a ton of links.
And a quick question, Matthew, to you. What the hell is this link stat rank that I can see on your shirt?
Oh, that's a service that we soft launched in July. We started building it in 2017. If any of you have ever dealt with link building services, you've probably been frustrated with their lack of, let's say, quality control or care or attention to detail or any of the things that really matter when you're providing a service. There are a couple of really good services, you know, Authority Builders, Get Me Links, that are great. But for the most part, yeah, it's a really rough experience. And quite often when you buy links as well, you'll get it and it looks amazing. It's got right metrics, the content's great, the link's nice, got images really nice on a nice site. It's not a spammy site. Really genuine kind of link that you're proud of, you know.
Yep.
But then when you look at it in more detail, you start to realize that the placement page is orphaned from the site. Or if the placement page your link is on is not orphaned, the entire section, the entire blog section is orphaned. So that what that means is you've got the domain and the website and you've got the blog over here, but there's nothing connecting the two. So all that internal authority and all that link juice and everything that the homepage has is not getting passed through to the placement page because it's orphaned, it's been cut off. And that's something that we see a ridiculous amount. I estimate that probably between 20 and 30% of people's link budget is wasted purely on that, because so many of the sites that are positioned for link building, they know what they're doing, right? They just want to make money. They just want to sell guest posts, right? But they also don't want to take the risk of doing that. So they create separate sites, separate parts of the site that manages that risk, but they're just ripping people off. And most link services aren't paying attention to quality control. They're certainly not spidering sites to make sure you can navigate to the placement page from the homepage. So, you know, all these kinds of things we've learned about link building, all the little tricks, all the little scams, all the little things that people do, the lack of quality control, the lack of customer service, the general lack of it, is what inspired me to start fixing that in 2017. Quite a long journey, but yeah, we soft launched in July. I've not really shouted about it too much. Sales volume will kill us, so don't go crazy and go make a bunch of orders. So I was hoping you weren't even going to bring it up, and the passiveness of the t-shirt was done, because now some people are gonna,
I was wondering if is it too late or not to get some to boost before the high sales season. How do you feel about those links being indexed?
Yeah. If you bought your links again by the end of the month, you would see the benefit of them moving into the start of the golden quarter. Yes.
Awesome.
And another quick tip for you guys getting links, right? If you get links from anyone and you look at the site and it's got a write for us page, you got ripped off. Because the links with write for us pages are basically just set up to sell links. And usually what happens is that your site is linked to from sites like they've got porn, adult, you know, Viagra, drugs, all of that, all the kind of things that you don't want to be associated with. And they're linking out to everything. Now, it's would take an intelligent engineer about 5 minutes to write a classifier at Google to devalue links from sites.
Yeah,
with right
that's
for
what I
pages.
heard from Matt Diggity, one of the recent podcasts,
Yeah.
that he told that if they see something like that, they devaluate the site and they won't be building links on this kind of page because it's so
Now, this
easy
is a problem.
pattern to, figure out.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's so easy. I could write that code, like,
Yeah.
so the problem is that the way most link services are built is they just scrape a big list of sites that have right for us
Yeah.
pages. They send them an email, they do a deal, they get the placement, they get the money, but really you're not getting any value there as the buyer. So watch out for that. Right for us pages and orphaned placement pages. They're the two things that really drove me to start. How can we fix this problem?
Yeah.
Because
Two things
I was
and 2 hours.
yeah.
We hit it. I bet we should create some kind of a open room for like chatting general stuff on SEO. That would be really cool at some point. But I feel like people want to get back to their daily routines. So
Of course, yes.
yeah, let's say that. Thank you everyone for being with us. Still 23 people. Love you all. And thank you, Matthew, for joining me today. That was super helpful. And for SEO Plumber, we do it every month. So stick around and I will eventually roast your site or reach out to me and I will do it for free via email. So yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, and any follow-up questions, either the people featured or the people not featured, anything at all, please reach out to me. I'll answer you and help you out. Don't worry.
For everyone who watch recording, feel free to comment. I will go through the comments and answer if there's anything about Matthew's processes. I will reach out to him, ask for answer. So it will be all covered. Don't hesitate. Do it. Thanks, Kenneth. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Jill. Thanks, whoever else is there. Ray, Mina. Thank you, guys. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you to the Surfer SEO team for putting all this together, because we won't be able to share the knowledge about their work either. So thank you, guys.
Cheers. Boom.